What's good, everybody? It's your boy Slim Paco coming at y'all with a new video. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Oh, so y'all see the new setup? Yeah, that's why there's been delayed videos. I moved, so we in a new place. I got this little thing going on too. But everything's chill. But yeah, it's a new place, new era in the videos. But hey, still gonna be coming at y'all with them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for being patient. The NBA playoffs are just around the corner, with the play-in coming up this week and the playoffs later on. The NBA playoffs are just around the corner, with the play-in starting in a couple days here. And there's something that's been going on that people are talking about. There's one thing that NBA fans know for sure, is that there's an obvious difference between the Eastern and the Western conferences. I'm not just talking about the players on both sides of the spectrum or the teams. I'm talking about the phenomenon of one conference just being flat out better than the other. This is a trend that has dominated conversations in league circles and among broadcasters and casual fans for years, and I myself have gotten caught up in the whole hype about the West being better than the East. Naturally, the next question that has to be asked is why or how come? What makes the West so much better than the East? Is it the players, coaches, systems? Or what if it's not even true? What if the Western Conference isn't better than the Eastern Conference? What if it's something we've been lied about by media and other sources? In this video, we'll dig into the question of which NBA conference is better than the other to determine the truth. Let me give you the whole stat. In 2023-24, the Western Conference was probably the best it's ever been, and it's been pretty good, with the last day of the season necessitating a three-way tie between the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, and the Thunder. We're calling it the best conference race of all time. When you examine the 10 teams qualifying for at least a chance to make the playoffs in the West, this is probably true. However, I don't think it marks the Western Conference as better than the East. Now, I know that might sound crazy to most people, but I'm standing on business here. For example, who's the best team in the NBA? That's right, the Larry Bird Leprechaun Boston Celtics, and they're the only team to win 60-plus games this year. But wait a minute, Paco, you dashingly handsome mercurial rogue, you might ask. What about the tightness between the conferences? Well, it only takes a short glance at the standings to tell the West has definitely been a much more fun race than the East this season. As you can see from this handy-dandy chart, the difference between the top-ranked team in the West and the 10th seed is only 11 games, compared to a whopping 27 games in the East. This would mean the West is a better conference, right?
No!
Not really. In fact, if you go back to the 2020-21 season, the first since the bubble, the difference between the top seeds and the lowest seeds looks like this. As you can see, in the last 4 seasons, both conferences have gone through periods of tight races and runaway. Another argument that might be made for Western Conference supremacy is that the West has more championships in the last 4 finals than the East. 3-1 for the West, with the champions being the Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State Warriors, and Denver Nuggets. While that might be true, that doesn't necessarily make the conference better, it just makes one certain team better. If you really want to get deep though, let's take a look at the last 4 seasons for team records versus each conference. This took me literally forever to add up, but the total record looks like this. So, judging by this, it would appear that the Western Conference is better, at least over the last 4 seasons. But is this the final piece to solving this puzzle? Really and truly, outside of just looking back at the entire history of the National Basketball Association, there's not much we can really do to determine which conference is better than the other. And even if we were to look back at the whole history of the NBA, teams have changed conferences over the years, like the Grizzlies have moved from the West to the East and back and forth at different times. So even doing that wouldn't really give you the best answer. So based on the information we have nowadays in the modern era, I guess we have to conclude that the Western Conference is the better conference, even though we don't have definitive proof on that fact. And anyways, y'all, that's the video. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all's continued support during this time. Yeah, I know it's a little bit shorter than a usual video, but I'm still trying to get back into the swing of everything with, like I mentioned, everything at the beginning of the video. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this video proved that the West is the better conference? You guys think it's the East and I missed something? Y'all can let me know in the comment section down below. If y'all can do me a big old favor, hit that like button, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and share with your family and friends. I really appreciate it. Y'all are all G's in my book. As for me, I've been your boy Slim Paco. Catch y'all in the next video. Later!